Going on, everybody? It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Subscribe, thumbs up that video. I got some breaking news for y'all. So your boy Kodak Black has officially been sentenced to 46 months in prison. For you niggas that don't know math, that's pretty much 3 years and 8 months that Kodak Black will have to serve in federal prison. You know, he was arrested at Rolling Loud in Miami earlier this year. It turns out that Kodak Black falsified information while he purchased guns on 2 separate occasions in Miami. On the forum, there's a question that asks if you are a prior convicted felon. Kodak Black said no and purchased multiple guns. And one of those guns was actually found connected to a shooting in March in Kodak's hometown, Pompano Beach, Florida. So, things really didn't look good for Kodak going into today. But he did beg the judge for mercy before the sentencing happened. And clearly the judge seems to be a Kodak Black fan. The judge probably listens to his music. She or he probably has kids that listens to Kodak's music. And at the end of the day, she probably realized that, Kodak Black is a young man from the projects. And, when you come from that environment to becoming a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? And, you have all of this money and, she probably understood his point of view of why he made the mistakes that he made. But Kodak Black got lucky, man. He got lucky. It was projected that he was going to serve 4 to 10 years. So the fact that he got under 4 years, man, that's really a blessing right there. But I want to get deeper into this topic, okay? Now, Kodak Black, he's been in and out of jail since he was 15, okay? Kodak Black is now, I believe, 22 years old, okay? He has a son. He's a rap superstar. He's worth millions of dollars. My question is, what is it that keeps making Kodak get into these type of situations? Because it's like a record player that just doesn't stop, okay? It's like he gets out for a couple of months. When he first gets out, he's on good behavior. And then it's like around that 5 and 6 month mark, he goes back to his old ways, goes back to the hood in Pompano, and just goes back to being the street nigga. And it's like, what rappers gotta understand is, man, you cannot mix the streets with the rap game, okay? The streets is where you do all that illegal shit. Kodak, you a superstar now, bro. You a millionaire, okay? Being a rapper is a business, okay? We understand that everything you say in your music is probably true due to your criminal record. So I don't think anybody here is questioning Kodak's street code. But you gotta understand that you have a choice, okay? You're either gonna be a rap superstar, which is a business, or you're gonna be a street nigga, okay? You have a choice, okay? But one thing that you cannot do is both. Because if you decide to do both, you're gonna continue to go to jail, bro, okay? Now, one thing that I think Kodak Black has to realize is, okay, now Kodak, for those that don't know, Kodak is Haitian, okay? So clearly, Kodak's ancestors are protecting him because he's been in plenty of situations where it looked like he was gonna get like 10 years and he got a break from the judge. So Kodak is clearly working voodoo on these judges because, man, every time it looks like Kodak is gonna get jammed up, he gets a break. So shout out to the Haitians, man. Shout out to all the Zoes out there, man. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, Haiti was the first island in the Caribbean to get free from slavery. So, shout out to the Zoes, man. They be working they magic for real. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope Kodak Black learns from this lesson, man, because when I see these rappers just go in and out of jail all the time, like, it makes me wonder, like, is there something going on in jail that we don't know about that these niggas like? Because it's like the things that these guys are doing, it's like they're not afraid to go there. They're not afraid to go to jail. It's almost like some of these guys are more comfortable being in jail than being home. And, when you think about jail, jail is like, it's like school. It's like your day is organized by, the jail or the prison that you're going to be in. And everything you do from the moment you wake up is organized, okay? So maybe when these guys come home, it's just too much shit going on and they rather just go back to jail than be free. But I hope that's not the case in Kodak's situation because, he has a son. You know, obviously he has a mom. You know, he has millions of dollars. He has a bunch of fans all over the world. You know, he could be making $100,000 a show. You know, when he first got out of jail last time, you know, people were trying to book Kodak for $100,000 for one show. So you can only imagine how much money he's missing right now, because he's still one of the biggest rappers in the world right now, especially for the new age rappers. You know what I'm saying? But I remember the last time Kodak got out of jail, right? He moved to California. He went on Instagram Live, told everybody he was gonna change, moved to California, said he was gonna stay out the hood. And, you know, Kodak ended up getting into an argument with his manager. And you guys can go YouTube this. He got into an argument with his manager. And pretty much he just didn't like how his manager was trying to keep him on the right pace. And one thing about street dudes is, especially when you're young, especially when you're a guy like Kodak that's young and you've made millions, you know, because, you know, Kodak Black has done something that nobody from his hood has ever done. So he has the right to be cocky and arrogant because, you know, he's done the impossible. You know, when you come from an environment that Kodak's come from and you become the biggest artist from Broward County, he has the right to be arrogant. But, you know, he got into an argument with his manager because his manager was just trying to keep him on the right path. And, you know, he pretty much said, you know what, fuck this. I'm going back to the hood. I'm going back to Broward. I'm going back to the ugly corner. And sure enough, the next day he was back in Broward County, back in Pompano. He was on Instagram Live in the hood. You guys can go YouTube this. There's plenty of videos where Kodak, keep in mind, this is Kodak Black, in the hood with no security, just chilling, just in the hood, in the projects, walking around this neighborhood, chilling, you know, hanging around the dope boys and the junkies. He had junkies on Instagram Live, like doing all type of funny shit. And it's like as soon as he went back to that environment, he ended up getting locked up again. Then he had the situation where he was crossing the border in Canada, and he got caught with weapons or something like that. And it's just like, you know, Kodak has to really, during these 3 years and 8 months, Kodak has to really think, when he gets out of prison, do you want to be a full-time street nigga or do you want to be a full-time rapper? You can't play both. You can't be a part-time rapper and a part-time street nigga. You can't. It's just not gonna happen, because you're just gonna get right back into that old way of living, and you're gonna land yourself back in jail again. Okay, it's just gonna keep happening. Like I said, Kodak's been going to jail since he was 15, so this is nothing new. He's made it clear that he's not afraid to go to jail. Okay, he's not afraid to go to jail. He has no problem serving time. Okay, but you know, he has to look at the bigger picture. You know, and he's talented, man. You know, Kodak is extremely talented, makes good music, you know, very creative when it comes to, you know, his art form. So, you know, we'll see. Shout out to Kodak, free Kodak. Hopefully he gets out early. Hopefully they let him out like, you know, a year or two early, so he can come back home and get back to doing what he does best, which is music. And with that being said, it's your boy Wavy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm out this bitch.